If you've been wanting to make some money online, create a second income, start selling digital products, but you have no idea where to start and you're completely overwhelmed, this is the video for you. We're going to go through the step-by-step course. This is so beginner friendly. You can start from zero, watch this course, take notes, make moves, and start your business tomorrow. Let's get into it. Hi friends, I'm Rochelle. I'm a six-figure digital product coach and mentor, and I see so many of you struggling on where to start your digital product business. So I put together this completely free course so that you know exactly what to do, exactly what steps to take, no overwhelm, just step-by-step advice so you can actually get going, start this business and start making money online. Okay, let's jump straight into this video. So today we're going to break this down into three simple pillars. And the first is laying your foundation. This is where you do all of your planning. Now, we're not jumping straight into creating a digital product, because when you do that without planning, you're going to end up with something that you cannot sell. We don't want that for you. So the first step of laying your foundation is to choose your niche. Now, a lot of people spend way too much time getting caught up on what their niche should be. So let me break it down for you. Your niche is your superpower, okay? Because really it's just something that you have discovered, that you have been able to overcome. You'll hear me say this in all my videos. It's just your struggle. You're monetizing your struggle. So really your niche has to be a lived experience. It needs to be something that you have gone through, that you have come out the other end, skills that you've gained, things that you've helped others with. And the only rule is it must apply to the big three, which is your health, wealth, and relationships. You need to be able to tie your lived experience, your superpower, to these three things. And they are a lot broader than you think. Health is not just healthy eating, for example. It's emotional health. It's spiritual health. You can get things like religion-based products in here as well. So there is just so much to choose from. Likewise, wealth is not just making money online. This can also be stuff like business building. This can be stuff like building long-term wealth for your children, anything that's going to make you more financially stable. So think about things like career growth, learning how to switch careers. All of these type of things sit in wealth. And relationships aren't just relationships with your spouse, your husband, your wife. These are also relationships with your children, with your friends, with your work colleagues. Okay, so these are really big topics. And within that, you are looking for the skills and the struggles that you've been through that you can monetize. And if you need some help on this, I actually have a niche dashboard. I've got over 150 niches that sit inside these big three. Okay, so there is a lot. And you might notice down here, I've wrote passion is a nice to have. This is a little bit controversial. Everyone thinks that you've got to pick a business that you're passionate about. And yes, that is a bonus. But actually, the most important thing is experience. You don't have to be an expert. Expert and experience are not the same thing. But do you have a lived experience that you can teach others about? That is the most important thing about your superpower. Okay, so once you've got that, your next step is who are you helping, right? You need to understand who is going to buy your product. And there's so many things that we call this. We call this your audience. You might call it your target audience. You might hear people say your customer group, your leads. Essentially, it's just who is going to buy your product, who is going to not only buy it, but be positively impacted by your product. And so you need to go and do some research here. You can't just rely on AI. AI will give you a indication. But listen, you need to go out and make sure that this stuff actually happens in the real world. So you need to go into things like Facebook groups. You need to go on Reddit or Quora, which is a great platform where people are having conversations. You need to go and search on TikTok, Pinterest. You can also go and search on Instagram. And essentially, you are searching for people that are struggling with your niche, people that would be positively impacted by your niche. And you need to focus on the transformation. This is the most important thing. Your product needs to give transformation. If it doesn't help people go from one point to another, there is no point in them buying your product. They might buy it the first time, but then they won't rebuy, they won't promote it to others, and you won't get any social kind of buzz, right? And you need that. So you need to make sure you are helping people glow up, which is why I put this glow up journal here, right? It's about helping people get better in their everyday lives, okay? So once you have these two things, it's time to start thinking about validating your idea. You need to make sure that not only have you got a great superpower, not only have you got people that want to buy it, but actually there is demand. Is it trending? Are people asking about it? And some of the places that you can look for this information are Etsy, Answer the Public, and Facebook. Now, I love Answer the Public for this. It's got a really good free tool that you can get free searches. But not only are you looking for what people are searching, you're also looking for the timeline, because what people were searching 5 years ago, are they searching for them now? And there are evergreen things that people are searching for all the time. And there are things that are only relevant for a season. You don't want to have a seasonal product. You want to make sure you are in those evergreen niches. Now, a big part of validating your idea is seeing what your competitors are doing. And a lot of people get so scared of competition and they think, oh, if I've got competitors, there's no room for me. And honestly, that is not true. In fact, having competitors is a good thing because it means that there is already demand. It means that someone out there has done all the hard work for you. They've identified an opportunity, and all you need to do is find out how you can do that better. Making sure you identify your competitors, like know who they are, put them in a Google sheet, and know what's good and bad about them. You know, what's their strengths? What are they doing really, really well? And that will help you find your edge. How can you create a product that's even better? And so these are some of the things you're looking for. You're looking for someone who's done something similar. It doesn't have to be exactly the same, but someone that has a product that has either a similar audience or a similar transformation. You want to look at what their reviews say, because if there's things that their customers are not loving about their product or they wish that your competitor product had, these are things that you can be adding to yours to give you that edge. And at the end of the day, business is all about finding a proven idea. It's just finding how you can make it that much better, okay? And so when we look at your game plans, we're at the end of the first pillar already, okay? We've planned everything out. This is your game plan for this whole pillar. You want to define your niche, which is your superpower. You want to validate your idea, do your research. And something I didn't mention earlier is actually really important. You need to talk to people. Like, you need to get out into the forums, even ask people in real life, who do you know? What friends do you have? What colleagues do you have who would be the audience for this product? And ask them, I'm thinking about doing this, or I wanted to add this, or I want a product that has this in for my audience. Would you buy it? You know, that type of research your competitors probably aren't doing. And again, it will give you the edge. And this is why knowing your audience is the difference between you having a successful digital product and a digital product that's just, okay, you might make some sales, but it's not going to be consistent. And we don't want that for you. And so the last part about your planning process, don't overlook this. Stalk, study, get really familiar with your competitors, because the key to your product lies in theirs. And this is never about copying. I want everyone to be really clear on this. I'm not telling you to copy anyone. I'm telling you to find the other solutions that are out there, because you want to do the best for your audience. You are going to give them something even better. And so we are on to our next pillar. You have done all your planning. It is now time to create a product. It isn't about how nicely your product is designed in Canva. What's important is that your product solves a problem, okay? And not even just a problem, a hyper-specific problem. I go into this in so much detail in my viral digital product video, so check that out after this one. And once you have got that product idea and you've created it, and trust me, that's the easy part, you need to set up systems that sell your product while you sleep, okay? And so again, I have another video on this that goes into more detail. Add all of these to your up next, okay? Don't watch any of them until you're finished with this course. Once you have your product, this is exactly how you're going to sell it. It's a 3-step process, okay? So you're going to start with something simple like beacons. Beacons is so simple. It has free plans and it's the best place to start as a beginner. It's like you want something that isn't going to overwhelm you and that you can easily do a step-by-step. The first step is obviously creating your product. Then you're uploading it to beacons. And then you are automating your delivery, and you can do this all inside the platform, like I say, in under an hour. And why I love beacons, you can see on the right, I've got all of my things that I love, but I've managed to get it down to 3 things. 1, it has free plans, so you can start without any investment, and then you can upgrade, and they have very affordable upgrades, which give you easy upsells and emails, and it's just so simple to use. So beacons is your platform that you're going to start with. And then you're going to keep everything when it comes to creating your digital product so simple. Okay, so you're going to use simple tools like Notion and Canva, Google Docs, Google Sheets. This is what you're going to create your digital product in. And you could start with templates. Now, PNR and MRR were a big thing, and they still are, but the way people are using them is different. You're not just buying them to resell. You can actually use them as a base for your product. So it's always good to start with something and add rather than trying to stare at a blank screen and not know where to start. I have a whole bunch of PLR templates inside my PLR shop, which you can find down below. And so the last part of creating a great product is focusing on results. It just needs to be helpful. Think back to what we said about transformation, how you're helping someone go from one point to another. If you look back at your product once you're done and you're not sure if you've helped someone go from one stage of struggling with something to not struggling or being able to have the skills to overcome it, completely revise that product. Or even going to ChatGPT and say, how can I make this product more helpful for my audience? That makes a huge difference. And so once you have your product, I really want you to add a lead magnet off the jump, like early doors. And if you don't know what a lead magnet is, it is simply a free product that you offer alongside your paid product. The whole point of your free product on this site is to get people on your email list. It should offer a quick win and something that directly relates to your paid product. So I have a student that has created a whole financial management system, and her lead magnet is a quiz on helping people understand where they're going wrong with their finances. It's so simple, but it is useful because the first step people need to understand is what is the problem so they can solve it. She gives that as a free product. That gives them a quick win. They're already on her email list, and now she can start to email them and upsell them from the free product to the paid product. So lead magnets are so important, even more important at the start of your journey, because to sell your product, you need to have an audience. And to have an audience, you need to grow your email list. And to have an email list, you need to have a lead magnet. So really, you are setting up this super simple sales platform, right? You are connecting all of your systems inside Beacons, and then you are adding your lead magnet and your emails all in one place. So it basically means that you have your lead magnet, you can host it on Beacons or Flowdesk, people download it, the email integration helps resell, helps them get them back onto your paid product page, and then Beacons handles all of the payments and delivery for you. All of this is done through automated systems. So listen, the sooner you start thinking about how you're automating, the sooner your business starts to feel spacious and soft life aligned. Even the guys that are watching this, like, you still need a soft life too. You want to build systems right from the start. You don't have to spend all of your hours in your business. You are spending time up front, creating your systems, creating your products, and then you are able to use automation to do a lot of this hard work and lifting for you. It's all about reducing the overwhelm. If you focus on too many things, you're just going to get lost. You're going to get distracted. You're going to get confused. You're going to get overwhelmed, and you're going to stop your progress. So the best strategy for starting your journey is to focus on one product first, and your lead magnet. Don't create lots of different products. Concentrate on selling one product really, really well first. And then your one offer. Okay, your product and your offer are kind of similar. Your product might just be your individual product. Your offer might be also your lead magnet, also any bonuses, also any training. Okay, so that is like your offer. So you package it all up, one product, one offer, one funnel. And if you're wondering what a funnel is, it's just like the step-by-step that you're taking people along the journey. And that is how you're going to get to your first 1K milestone so much quicker. Now, you might be sitting here thinking, okay, this sounds good, Rochelle. What are some of the details? Like, how am I going to price my product? And this is a really important question. Not enough people talk about this, because if you don't price your product correctly, you could end up pricing it too expensive, which means you're losing out on loads of sales, or you can price it too cheap, which means you could have made so much more money if you'd actually priced it the right price. So this is so important. And really, it comes back down to your competitors. What are they selling their product at? Knowing that you are new and knowing that you probably have less experience, use that as a basis to set yours. The second way is to think about the value and the transformation. Like, what are you helping people with, and what are the results that they're going to get? There are some transformations that are actually very valuable, as in, like, if you are helping people save money, that is very valuable. Or you're helping people make more money, that is very valuable. If you are helping people with a health concern that they would normally spend a lot of money trying to maintain or manage, again, that is very valuable. So think about the price of them not having a product. But the most important thing is you need to do it with confidence. You need to be confident in your product, confident in your price, confident in the value that you're bringing. Do not underestimate what you bring to the table, okay? The solution and the experience that you offer really does matter. And so with that, the last part of this pillar is really about how you launch. This is so important because you can't expect to put your product out there tomorrow and it's going to start making sales. You need an actual launch strategy. And that strategy starts weeks before you launch. I love to give this analogy of comparing it to like a film release. When a big movie is about to release, they don't start talking about it the day it's out. They talk about it weeks in advance. You're going to see it on a bus. You're going to see billboards. You're going to see TV ads weeks and weeks in advance. And why is that? Because they want to build anticipation. They want to get you excited. And that's exactly the energy you need to have for your digital product launch. Okay. So you need to do things like share sneak peeks. You need to make sure that people are really aware of the problem that they have. Like, hey, you've got this problem. You actually need to solve it. The next thing is like gather feedback as much as you can before you launch. The next point may seem like a contradiction, but don't get into this endless cycle of keep wondering if you could have done something better. Just launch it. It might not be perfect, but it's going to help people. You can always improve it after. You get something out there. If you're getting a few sales, if people are sending you feedback saying, this is great, I just wish it had this thing, and I just wish it had something extra, that is so easy to edit, and you've already got momentum because you're already making money. Guys, I hope I haven't lost you because there's still another pillar coming. So if you need to pause me and get a drink, do it because you don't want to miss the next stage, okay? But this is your game plan for pillar 2. Number 1, you need to create your minimum viable product. This is the first version of your product. You've had some input, maybe from ChatGPT or your friends. It might not be perfect, but you know it's good enough to solve a problem. Get it out there. The next one, make sure you have a lead magnet. Like, this is your juicy freebie. This is the thing that's going to help you grow your list. It's going to help you make so much more sales. Don't sleep on it. And so number 3, you're going to automate your sales. You're going to use beacons and email for this. And number 4, you need to focus. One offer, one problem, one audience. That is how you get to your first 1K. Okay, how exciting, right? So by this point, you have planned your product, you've created your product, and you're ready to launch, okay? But the next bit is like, how do you sell? How do you sell and promote? This is the bit that most people gatekeep in their content. They will tell you how much they made. They will show off about their income. They will tell you, oh, it's so easy creating Canva. But they won't tell you how to actually promote it. And so this pillar is all about how you get people to actually buy your products, promotion and marketing. So really there's a lot involved in this, but I have really dialed it down to 4 key points. One is you need to generate traffic. Traffic is people coming to your platforms, coming to your beacons page, coming to your YouTube, coming to your social media, coming to your actual sales page. So you need to get people there. People are not going to buy your product if they don't know about it. So you need to drive traffic. The next one is about offering a lead magnet. Then you're nurturing via your emails, and then you're making sales. So this is your funnel. You can also make sales direct, by the way. You can also get people direct to your sales and make sales that way. That works as well. It's just another version of your funnel where they skip out some steps. Even if someone goes straight to your sales page and buys your product, actually you want a relationship with them anyway because you want to encourage them to keep buying. When it comes to driving your traffic and getting people either to your lead magnet or to your sales page, there's a couple different options. Now, most people are spending a lot of their time is here. They're spending so much time on Instagram Reels because it's fast. They create content a lot quicker on short form platforms. And there's also a lot of reach. You can get a lot of eyeballs. The thing that I don't love about this approach is that you burn out so quickly. TikTok especially, you're posting multiple times a day. Actually, it's very difficult to grow your following. So that is still an option for a lot of people, especially if you've already got an audience. However, these are the 2 that have a lot more opportunities. Let's talk about YouTube right now. I'm still quite a newbie YouTuber, but I've actually been able through my long form content to not necessarily get more views. The views that I do get are a higher quality audience. They're coming through, they're downloading my freebie, they're jumping on my email list. Some have even jumped into coaching with me already, and I'm still a really small creator. So with YouTube, you are building longer term trust. There are people that will watch one YouTube video and be ready to buy your product. However, on Instagram, they probably need 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 videos sometimes to even get on your email list. So the purchase cycle is so much longer. Okay, let's talk about Pinterest. If you've been watching any of my videos, you know how much I love Pinterest. You know I'm going to have the video linked on how you use this to drive traffic. Why I love Pinterest is that I can just schedule everything out. Like, I don't need to touch it. I can literally schedule pins for a month in less than 2 hours. And so I really have no excuse not to be more consistent. And Pinterest just drives so many clicks to your landing page, to your lead magnet, to wherever, even your social platforms. You decide where you want that traffic to go. And then the last one is Faceless. I've done content on Faceless before. It is so possible. You don't have to show your face, but you do need to have a specific strategy for Faceless to make sure that you are really capitalizing on your views and getting people to actually buy, okay? And so what you want from this is one platform. And I know relying on one platform can be difficult. You know, we saw TikTok nearly get banned not long ago. But actually, the benefits of focus and being able to focus specifically on one product, I think far outweigh the risks. No matter what platform you pick, you need to have a magnetic content strategy. People need to really align with you. They need to feel drawn to you. And there's kind of 3 ways you can do that. One is making sure you're focusing on the problem and the transformation. So people going through this problem, they'll be drawn to you because you're talking about solutions. Second one is behind the scenes. Now, a lot of people, including myself, don't use this as much, but like, what is the process that got you there? What's all the little down and dirty things you did behind the scenes? Tell them your story, tell them what's going on, be really authentic because you didn't wake up an expert. Let's see your journey. And then the last bit is just going value. This can be educational content. You can be showing people how to do things. I do a lot of educational content and I give a lot of value and I give a lot of gems. And I don't have to fake it. Like, I like giving like free content, free help, but like not everybody loves doing that. Do it in your own way, but you need to have a version of value. People need to be able to get something from your content rather than just having to buy your product. So when you're setting up your email sequences, this is how it looks. So the first thing is your welcome email. This is when you deliver your freebie and you introduce yourself because pretty much most people are going to be opening it because they want to grab your freebie, okay? And if they then get a little bit of an introduction to you, they will automatically start to build relationships with you and be more likely to open your following emails. The next one, you then need to share your story. Share as much of your story as you can because it is about building connection. You need to show them that you were them. You were in that place. You were able to overcome the things that held you back in that place. And so you can help them do that as well through your product. And then the next is the transformation. You also need to give like a detailed breakdown. Tell them exactly what's included in your product, how it works. I do it like you were explaining it to your grandma because they don't have time to try and read between the lines or piece things together. Tell them exactly what they're getting and exactly how it's going to work for them. The next one is testimonials and proof. Now, obviously, when you're first starting your journey, you won't have a lot of this. It's a brand new product. You haven't sold it to a lot of different people. So when you don't have success stories, I have 2 recommendations. 1, go out and get some. Like, even if you have to send it free to friends and family, get some success stories. 2, you position it as a completely new opportunity. So you say, you're one of the first to be it. I'm going to give you a special discount because you're going to help me build this product into something amazing. Your feedback is going to shape this product. So that's another way you can do it. And then the next one and the last one is an offer. Make them an offer they can't refuse. Whether you're giving them bonuses, whether you're giving them a special launch discount, maybe you give them access to your free community or give them a reason to buy straight away. And so with that, I want to just include a quick one on upsells. My first 20K came from a $7 product, but what I had on the checkout page was an upsell. I had the opportunity to buy extra templates. So that meant that all of my $7 sales were turning into $24 sales. And I really recommend you use upsell, especially early on in your journey, and especially if you have very affordable products like I did. And so what you need to understand is you are not going to start making loads of money right away. This curve is the most common way that it works. So whether your curve starts on month 1 or whether it takes you 5 months to reach your curve, it kind of starts like, okay, I'm making sales. Okay, I'm making sales, or I'm making a bit more sales, or I'm making a bit more sales, but not lots. And then, oh my God, I'm making loads of sales. That is how it will feel, because the work will really start to compound. You'll get so good that you'll go from making, this is all right, to big sales based on your experience and based on what you are able to really learn on this journey. I want to just remind you that you are not just launching a digital product. Like, it is so much more than that. And that's why I never call it a side hustle. Even if it's something that you're doing alongside your 9 to 5, it's a business, because you are building your freedom. Every day that you learn something, you are getting closer to that place of freedom where you get to do exactly what you want in life. And that really is the goal. Now that you understand exactly how you plan, create, and promote your product, the next thing up is, how do you sell this on autopilot? How do you get to the point where the influencers say, I'm making money while I sleep? Yes, it is possible. And I cannot wait to see you guys win. Let me know in the comments if this video was useful, and I will see you in the next one.